This is the second video on reported statements. We are going to see what changes happen in the sentence when we go from direct speech to reported speech. There are changes in the pronouns and possessives. There are changes in the tense of the verb. This is what we call backshift. Backshift means to go one step back into the past. This change only happens when we have the reporting verb in the past. Because if the reporting verb is in the present or in the future, backshift is not produced. We can have changes in time expressions and changes in deictic words. Let's start with changes in pronouns and possessives. For example, I've got a bad headache and my leg also hurts. What did Julie say? Julie said that she had a bad headache and added that her leg also hurt. We can see how I've got a bad headache that she says in the indirect speech turns into Julie said that she had a bad headache. Also, the possessive my leg becomes her leg. Changes in tenses. As I said before, these changes, this backshift, happens when the reporting verb is in the past. Here we have a chart with the changes in the tenses. For example, we have on the left column estilo directo. He said, present simple. He said, she studies English. In reported speech, it would be, he said that she studied English. So present simple turns into a past simple. Present continuous. He said, she's studying English. It goes into the past continuous. She is studying becomes she was studying. Pretérito perfecto. She has studied, present perfect in English, becomes a past perfect. She had studied English. Present perfect continuous. She has been studying becomes she had been studying, past perfect continuous. The past simple she studied English becomes she had studied English. Past continuous she was studying becomes a past perfect continuous. She had been studying. The past perfect and the past perfect continuous don't change because there isn't another tense which is further into the past than the past perfect. So they stay the same. Future simple, she will study, becomes a conditional. She would study. Future continuous, she will be studying, becomes a conditional continuous. She would be studying. Other modal verbs such as can. She can study, can becomes could. She could study. May, she may study, becomes might. She might study. Must and have to become had to. The rest of modals, should, could, would, and might, and semi-modals, ought to and used to, don't change. Here we have another chart with the changes in time expressions and in deictic words. You can see how now becomes then, today, that day, yesterday, the day before, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, the following day, the day after, next week or next month, the following week, the following month, last week, last month, the previous week, the month the previous month, the week before, the month before, and a week ago or a month ago become the week before or the month before. This goes into that, these into those, and here, there. We will better see this in examples. Here is an example for time expressions and deictic words. For example, this boy says, "This here is my house." The boy said that there was his house. So this becomes that, and here becomes there. Another example, I am living here now. This is a time expression. I am living here now becomes, in reported speech, the boy said that he was living there then. Yes, I am living, a present continuous. He was living, past continuous. Here becomes there, and now is then, now. The boy said that he was living there then, at that moment. We have to have in mind also what happens with conditional sentences. When reporting conditional sentences, the first type conditional sentences become a second type conditional sentence. For example, if you phone after 7, we won't be home. This is a first type conditional sentence with a present simple in the if clause and a future with will in the main clause. We informed him that if he phoned after 7, we wouldn't be home. So this is a second conditional sentence. The present simple becomes past simple, and will not becomes would not. However, second and third type conditional sentences don't change. If I were you, I'd tell her the whole story, Tom said. Tom said that if he were me, he'd tell her the whole story. This is a second type conditional sentence. It doesn't change. The same happens with third type conditional sentences. If I had been more careful, I wouldn't have had that accident. Maria said to her friend. Maria said to her friend that if she had been more careful, she wouldn't have had that accident. It doesn't change. Now you try. I had a bad cold last week, the worker said. So what did the worker say? The worker said that he had had a bad cold the week before. So I becomes he. The past simple had becomes had a past perfect. A bad cold doesn't change. And last week becomes the previous week or the week before. We are painting our house today, my friend said. What did my friend say? We have a present continuous now. So my friend said, we are painting. My friend said that they were painting their house that day. Yes? My friend said that they were painting, past continuous. Now, they were painting their house, not our house. And today becomes that day. The palace will be open to the public tomorrow, the official said. So what did the official say? The official said that the palace, yes, would be open to the public the following day or the day after. The official said that the palace would be open to the public the following day or the day after. She didn't leave work early once last week, John said. So what did John say? John said that she, it doesn't change, John said that she didn't leave is the past simple. Past simple becomes a past perfect. So John said that she hadn't left work early once, and last week becomes the week before or the previous week. John said that she hadn't left work early once, the previous week or the week before. One more example. Eric was studying all day Thursday, his father said. What did Eric's father say? Eric's father said that Eric had been studying all day Thursday. Eric's father said that Eric had been studying all day Thursday. Yes. The electricity bill must also be paid this week, he added. Sorry, what did he add? He added that the electricity bill had also to be paid that week. He added that the electricity bill had also to be paid that week. Yes, so must be, but had to be. Yes, must goes with an infinitive without to, and had to with a to infinitive. And this is it. I hope you liked it, and I hope it was useful for you. Thank you.